Hello, nerds, geeks, and everything in betweens. It's your boy, Kevin here. Uh, just a little update, a little nerdy news, nerd world, my nerd world update. Whatever we're gonna call this, we're just gonna roll with it. So, the most recent episode that came out, Shad and I were talking about some things we've read, blah, 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 blah. And I mentioned this that I would like to sit down and talk about some of the things I've watched over the last probably month or so. So, just for some context, it is March 26th. Uh, I am caught up through episode 5 and 6 of Daredevil Born again. So, that will be talked about, just a heads up. But little overview here. So, like I said, Daredevil Born Again through episode 6. Recently rewatched all 3 seasons of The Witcher. We'll talk on that a little bit. Uh, Season 3 of What If from Marvel. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Also, if you guys didn't know, Shad and I are currently watching One Piece together. It's a rewatch for Shad, but it's my first time, and we just got through Saba Odi. I think I said that right. I am trying, but we're gonna talk about those. So first, we'll do some spoiler-free stuff here. Uh, we'll start with One Piece since I just mentioned it. Just through Saba Odi, episode 400-ish. Some crazy stuff happened. Uh, yeah, still processing that a little bit, but some pretty crazy stuff. Some people got punched, slapped into the nether realm, if you will. Uh, Very basic, very interesting. You know. Anyway, moving on. Well, then we'll start with, or not start with, go to Marvel's What If season 3. I've always used this show as background noise. Never been super locked in on it. Uh, It was okay. Some stuff happened. Kind of cool. They teased some stuff. Great. Wow. Awesome. Moving on. Uh, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, season 1. I had very little hopes for this show. Uh, I know they kept changing it. They kept doing a bunch of different stuff to it. But I was fairly happy with how things turned out. I think I said in that episode with Chad that it's between good and very good. It's fun, it's enjoyable. I loved all the little teases you get if you know Spider-Man stuff. The art style grew on me. I never really grew to love it. I liked it. Not much more beyond that. I know that was a criticism. Liked the acting, liked the story, liked what they were able to do in their own kind of self-contained stuff, their own self-contained universe. I guess I don't really know where this falls in with things. Witcher, Henry Cavill, my goat, bless up, rip you in this show. Uh, if you like fantasy, you're gonna like this. Uh, I like it a lot. I've been replaying The Witcher 3, which is how this came about. Uh, but yeah, actually, my first time watching season 3, I had never watched it. Really liked where the show grew and where the show went. Apparently, season 4 is coming soon. There's going to be Liam Hemsworth, though, as Geralt. We'll see how it goes. Finally, Daredevil, the big one. The big one. Daredevil, the original Netflix show, is one of my favorite pieces of television of all time. I think season 3 might be the closest we have ever gotten to a perfect television show, a perfect story. I am in love with it. So, needless to say, when the news started to come out about, oh, reshoots and changing everything and pushing it back and blah, 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 I was terrified. Absolutely terrified. But it was all worth it. This show captures the essence, captures the soul of the original Netflix Daredevil. It builds on it. It takes risks. It does things, great things. Our characters are the characters we know, but they've grown and changed, and we get to see how that happens. The direction's great. The villains are genuinely villains and scary, and Matt is genuinely growing and struggling with himself as a person. All the little side characters coming in and out, great. Uh, yeah, I don't want to say too much, but I think that's going to wrap up the spoiler-free section. Now we're going to dive in to it a little bit. So we'll go back to the start. So the whole One Piece stuff, finishing up Sabaody, all the Straw Hats just got slapped to some random islands. I still don't get Kuma's powers. I don't get it. Luffy's in Amazon Willie, I think it's called. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Shad said it's gonna be like 100 episodes till they're all back together, and that them freaking out in Sabaody cost them like 200 episodes. I don't know what's gonna happen. This is the first time the show's kind of got real crazy for me. Anyway, what if, yeah, the Watcher did some stuff? The Darcy and Howard had a baby. They had a weird duck baby who came back, and it was that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Background noise. Good background noise. Recommended for background noise. Uh, The Witcher. I think that was next. It might have been after Spider-Man. Whatever. Witcher. Great. Geralt getting absolutely wrecked right at the end of season three. Hate that that's the way Henry Cavill went out, but also a little glad Geralt got humbled because he was just a little too good. Interested to see what Liam Hemsworth does. They might use those injuries to justify the, face change. Uh, Ciri's doing her thing. She's a little scary. I think she'll find her way. Rip Aretuza, rip the mages. Nilfgaard's being Nilfgaard. Uh, yeah. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Really liked what they did. The Venom design was interesting, like the Doctor Strange crossover. Uh, Loved how I recognized a lot of names knowing what it's gonna be, but also didn't recognize some names like Lonnie Lincoln. Totally forgot he turns into Tombstone. Cool to see that. Like the whole Norman Osborn Oscorp storyline. Uh, the Dr. Connors lizard tease is there. The gender swapped lizard, which I'm fine with. Interested to see what happens. Uh, don't know a whole lot about Nico. Obviously, she has some comic history. Interested to see how that goes. Matt Gargan, Scorpion, that was really cool. All the suits. Peter really finding his Spider-Man, getting a little scary there for a second. Uh, I'm interested to see where it goes. I think it's going to get a season two. I hope it gets a season two. I love little self-contained stories that creators can kind of make their own thing. Almost like a visual comic book. Like, people think you gotta write the comic book to create a new story. No, we have all this multiverse stuff now in Marvel, especially. Give these creators this chance to tell a story in a visual media like this. Let it happen. Hello, Randy. You may hear him. He's here. This is my son, Randy. Hello, Randy. Say hi. Hi. Anyway, like, there's no pressure for this Spider-Man to cross over, at least in my mind, to the main timeline. Tell your self-contained Spider-Man story. Bring in other characters if you want. There's no expectations for it. Just do what you want. Oh, if DC can, movies can, shows, whatever, can tap into that, oh my God, they're going to be so good. Just tell good stories using characters we know. You can tweak the characters we know. Some people are going to be mad. People are going to be mad at everything. Tell good stories. This was a good story. I recommend it if you're on the fence, but it's a good story. Hello, Randy. Say hi. Thank you. Daredevil. Daredevil born again through episode six. So that is through Daredevil and Muse fight. The episode is, I believe, titled Excessive Force. Uh, Going through some things that I've really loved. Bold enough to kill off Foggy. I know it's been rumored, theorized for a while now. I always thought they were going to cop out somehow, some way. Uh, they still might later, but I think letting it lie at least through the first season is the right call. At this point, I think it's very hard to take it back in my mind, but who knows? No one ever stays dead in comics. Bold move, loved it, emotional. Hearing his heart stop in real time with Matt was crazy. Bullseye showed up, didn't say a word, just started blasting basically. Loved Bullseye in season three. Wished he would have had a little more screen time, a little more lines, a little more time with the character. But Maybe he can come back. I don't know. Uh, Charlie Cox, amazing as always. Love the new dynamic. Loved all the White Tiger stuff. Uh, the White Tiger actor, can't think of his name right now. He recently passed from cancer. He nailed this role, though. I think it's a great legacy to leave. Sad to see that the character died as well, but obviously you need to open the door to the next White Tiger. But it maybe not but that was great. Loved all of that. Loved seeing Matt struggle with the do I want to help people? Do I not? Do I want to let the system blah blah blah? Leading us to the next point. Punisher John Bernthal nails it yet again. I can't think of anyone else as Punisher now. He nails it every time. He told Matt exactly what he needed to hear and what he wanted to hear at the same time, while also just ruining him. Punisher's great. Uh, he's getting his own Disney special, apparently. Really excited for that. God, I love him. I hope he comes back just a little bit. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but oh my God. Uh, episode 5. At first, I wasn't a huge fan. Felt kind of filler-ish to me, but once I watched episode 6 and sat with it, I've realized it's the next logical step on Matt's journey. Uh, you know, him, oh, going to help out. He didn't have to. He was out of the bank, but here he is, helping out, beating people up, being cool. Uh, liked the Kamala Khan tie-in, little heavy-handed at times, but I liked it. Uh, Episode 6. Finally put the suit back on. Uh, Kingpin throughout this show has been great. I really believed him through the first, I guess, 3 episodes that he was different, that he was gonna do better. I was just waiting for something to ruin his plans, but in truth, nothing did. He was always bad. He's a bad guy. Ugh, my dude, Vincent D'Onofrio, kills it. Amazing actor. He needs to win everything for all his Kingpin. Nails it. So good. Uh, Seeing him slowly, well, maybe not slowly, but privately creep back into his bad habits, we'll call them, is great because it shows he never really got rid of them. Like I said, Matt putting on the suit fighting Muse. I don't know a whole lot about Muse. I know he's a fairly new character, kind of Joker-esque, doesn't have an identity, likes chaos. Don't know if that's going to be the vibe for this show. I think most of us have figured out he's being played by Hunter Duhan more than likely, who I'm interested to see what happens there. Genuinely creepy, really creeped me out. In the best ways. 3 more episodes left on that season, and season 2 is already filming, I believe. Uh, I think the black suit's going to be teased end of season 1, start of season 2. Really interested to see how long that's going to last because I really do like the red suit. Uh, but yeah, Daredevil Born Again. I'm loving it. I'm loving every second of it. It's the best show, it's the best Marvel thing that's been put out in a long time, genuinely. Like I said, captures the old Netflix show and builds off what you know and digs into it more. It only enhances, it doesn't take away from the old stuff, but I can't say enough about it yet. Guess that's gonna kind of wrap this up here. You want to say bye, Randy? Randy has turned his back to me. He's mad at me for some reason. But yeah, great. Love it. Uh, you guys keep doing what you're doing. I'm proud of you all. Stay frosty.